All right, I've already washed the car, I've clay barred the car, and now I'm doing my first round of compound. This is a orange pad with 1,000 grit compound. I'm gonna start taking this off like that. Wow, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let me get out the light. There's that. There's that. Not bad for the very first round. Like I say, I do like 3 stages of compound, 1,000 grit, then I go up to 1,500 and 2,500. If I'm feeling froggy, I go to 3,500. But this is looking very promising for a black car. This is phase 2 polish, 2,400 grit with a different pad. Check this out. Pretty snazzy, right? Boy, oh boy. And that's phase 2. Phase 3 is 3,500. I'll get to that next. But isn't that sexy? Wow. All right, so this is stage 1, 1,000 grit, and the orange pad. See that? It's a cleaner, smoother, but clearly some halos and all in it. You can see there in the light. This is stage 2. This is a green heavy polishing pad with, I want to say, 2,400 grit compound. So just a quick, see how it's, halos. See how it's not a split screen here. So it's much more defined, much more deeper looking here, but still I have yet another stage to do, which is 3,500 after this. But this is what I would call pretty good for most people. What you see as imperfections, when you put it outside in the sunshine, you'll never see it. Like, this will look great. This will actually look like that, and this will look even better. But I'm gonna make it look even better with 3,500. Then I'll do a ceramic coat on it. But for now, I knew it would come back to life, and it's gonna look fantastic when I'm done. All right, I have finally finished correcting this car. 3-stage correction, and then an alcohol wipe down. So you get some IPA alcohol, mix it like 50-50 with some water, spray the car down, wipe it off, and then wipe it with another rag to get any residual shadowing off of it. But this is 3 stages correction. And there's still some little flaws you'll see in here under these lights. Outside in the sun, they'll pretty much disappear. But it is all wiped down. Glass, body, wheels, everything now. Looks really nice. My shoulders can attribute to how much work that is. And just in case you wanted to know, here's the 3 compounds I use. A heavy cut 1,000, a medium cut 2,400, and a high gloss remover 3,500. And then my alcohol wipe down in this spray bottle. Before I started, I used a clay bar. This is the nano skin technology, so you can reuse it if you drop it on the floor and wash it off. And other than that, that's the prep. The body's ready to be coated, and I'm getting ready to coat it with a ceramic coating that I have, and it should last and look good for a long time. Beads ELX coating and applicator. So before I forget, I did get a new gas cap in today. I've already taken the other one off. The other one was yellow, and I threw it in the trash, and the little tether was broken on it. So now this is the new gas cap. I got it from Late Model Restoration with the tether that holds it in place. So when you take this off, it actually holds it up out of the way, put your gas in, and then Put this back in. There we go. Okay, just little stuff. All right. So as we continue on, under the car I noticed it did not have an air deflector. Air deflector is very important to push air up into the radiator. So that's what this is. And this is designed to go right here, just like that. It's a brand new, I'm about to put it on. You can see remnants of the old one here, broken off. And probably because the car is low, you know, maybe called a speed bump or something. But this is from late model restoration. And they give you a bolt kit and all to go with it. And I'll pull out these factory ones, I'll put it on, and then we will be able to deflect air up in there, and it's just gonna help the car run cooler and all that good stuff. Pretty easy mod. Just bolt it up and go. Nice. Just to show you some more parts that came in today. So I got my extra screws for the Momo steering wheel, so I put the screws in. I think I told you this metal's really soft. You over tight, try to get them out, they'll strip. So I've learned that now. Don't have to tighten them, barely tighten them up, but 2 I had to replace. In here, I have my power mirror switch. And it works, both sides. So now that I've got it, I can literally just pop it in place here. There we go. Perfect. Now that works. Up here on the dash, this was my bezel for the HVAC. See, somebody drilled some holes in it for some reason, so I don't like that. So there's a brand new replacement that's going to go on here like this. But the issue is, this was the temp knob, and it actually wouldn't move anything because inside that little piece of metal broke. So I got a new one, and that's here. But the issue I have now is, you see where it lines up? If I line this up the way it's supposed to go on here, like that, that is full cold, and that is full hot. But see, it's like it's 180 degrees off. So I got to figure out how to move that around so it matches. I mean, it's moving freely, cold and hot, but it's not pointing the right spot. So I got to figure that out. That's all the way cold, and this should be down here like that. But the way this is made, it's not going to work that way. I think that may be why that knob broke. But either way, got to figure out how to just turn this 180 degrees. And then that'll be fixed. And then I'll be able to start working on it. All right, so I figured out why my HVAC knob wasn't in the right position. This is the mechanism that the knob hooks to behind the dash. I'm just going to flip it upside down so you can see how it works. You see this mechanism here? That goes back and forth. Somehow or another, mine was not matching. See this big groove right here? That goes right here on the end, like this. See how that lines up? So you slide this in, like this. You line it up with that groove there, and then boom, it moves back and forth. And it makes sure your knob is pointed in the right direction, which is cold all the way this way. Somehow or another, mine was off, and that was causing it to be off. So I had to pull all this part, pull the cable out, pull this off, and I couldn't figure out how to get this off. This little, I guess, washer here needs to slide up. So you need to stick a screwdriver in here and kind of prise up on each side. But I was trying to put it in my vise and hit it with a hammer and ended up cracking this off, so I had to glue it last night. So live and learn. But I'm about to put it back in, and then it will be fixed. I can't remember if I showed you how the HVAC knob looks now. Let's see, there it is, all the way on the cold side. And then we turn it, and now it's got the heat. So cold, hot, no problem. So one thing on this car I wanted to tell you, I had my wife check the rear brakes, and the third brake light was not working. See there? It's working now though. So come to find out, I pulled it out. The wires were coiled around and they were taped together. They weren't run. And the reason they weren't run, I think the body shop that painted this car, there was a very small hole right here between the spoiler and the body, and the connector wouldn't fit. So they just said, I'm not gonna worry about it. So what I did, I just cut the wire, had my own wire, fished it up through the bottom so I could grab it on this side, and redid the ends on both sides, connector right here and the lights over there, crimped it all together, and there you go. You might wonder how I got the brakes on. Well, that's pretty easy. You just put a weight on it, like this. That's all it is to it. So, one more thing fixed.